श्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जय राधा गोविंद राधे राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय गौरानिता जय गौरानिता निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल। जय 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 प्रभुपाद श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। So we were seeing the 11th chapter of 7th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, where Yudhishthira Maharaj is inquiring about the duties, what is dharma. So I'm just fitting this, please excuse me for some time. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is asking about the dharma, what is dharma? And he's asking, he says to Narada, you are son of Brahma, so please let me know, what is this dharma? Because Brahmin devotees like you, Brahmana, the peaceful devotees like you, they are dedicated to Narayana. And it is Narayana who has actually spoken about this dharma. Dharma is the most confidential knowledge. What is dharma? What are the duties? It's all very confidential. It's only you know that. So please explain to us. So in the 7th canto, 11th chapter, 5th verse onwards, let us see what Narada replies. Shri Naraduvacha Natva Bhagavate Ajaya Lokanam Dharma Setave Vakshye Sanatanam Dharma Narayana Mukhat Shunutam Shutam. So in this way, what is dharma? So Narada says, Natvaha, offering my obeisances to Lord. Natva Bhagavate Ajaya. Ajaya means who is always existing. Let me pay obeisances to the Supreme Personality of God. Lokanam Dharma Setave. So, Lokanam Dharma Setave. He is the protector of the Dharma. That is for the beneficial for everyone. Dharma Setave. He has protected the religious principles. Dharmastu Shakshat Bhagavat Pranitam. Wherever Dharma is there, Lord is there. Or wherever Lord is there, Dharma is there. Dharma is based on 4 principles: purity, austerity, truthfulness and compassion. So, Lord has protected the whole universe by protecting the Dharma. Now let me explain to you what is Sanatan Dharma. Narayana Mukhat Shutam. Whatever I have heard from Narayana, I will explain that Dharma to you. Because on the name of Dharma, people fight. And people think that Dharma is only it is belonging to some sect. It is sectarian or it is limited with the boundaries. What is real Dharma? Sanatan Dharma. That is why here Sanatana Dharmam. Vakshe Sanatan Dharmam Narayana Mukha Shrutam. I have heard this from Narayana Mukha. From the mouth of Narayana. I have heard this. So it is Lord who actually propagates the Dharma. It is not man-made. This man-made Dharma creates fight. Man-made rules and regulations, they vary from person to person according to his mental speculation. So such type of Dharma causes only disturbances in the society. So we are not speaking about that Dharma or not that type of Dharma. Kaitava Dharma, that is known as Kaitava Dharma, which is only pertaining to particular body and sense gratification. So such type of Dharma creates only disturbances in the society. Kaitava Dharma creates disturbances in the society, which Lord in the Bhagavad Gita has already told, Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. Give up such type of Dharma. Which type of Dharma? Dharma Projita Kaitavotra Paramo Nirmasaranam Satam. Give up such type of Dharma. That is, Kaitava Dharma has been told to give up. And Lord in fact says, I come to establish Dharma. That is Sanatan Dharma. So whatever rules and regulations Lord has set up, that has to be followed. Not that the rules and the regulations created by a human. Human makes many various types of rules and regulations. Those rules and regulations are known as Kaitava Dharma. And that has to be given up, which will be cause only of disturbances. Shruti, Smruti, Puranadi, Pancharatrika Vidhi Vina, Ekantika Harer Bhakti, Utpate Vai Keval. That is only called Utpata. That is why without referring to Shruti, Smruti, Puranas, then Pancharatrika Dharma has been propagated by Narada. Narada, whatever he has heard from the Supreme Personality of God, he has given a literature known as Narada Pancharatra. Without referring to the Narada Pancharatra, without referring to Shruti, Smriti, which has been given by Lord himself, Supreme Personality of Godhead himself, and that is known as Sanatan Dharma. If that is not followed, then what will happen? There will be only disturbance in the society. So that is why Narada, when questioned by Yudhishthira Maharaj, what is the real Dharma of a person? He says, okay, I will explain that what I have heard from the Supreme Personality of God. Now just see, he is not giving something which comes to his mind. He is not concocting something. He is not speculating something. He is telling what he has heard. And that is the way the knowledge has to be given. The word Ajaha refers to Krishna, who explains in Bhagavad Gita 4.6, Ajopi san abhyayatma, I am ever existing and thus I never take birth. There is no change in my existence. Yovatir yatmanoshena dakshayanyam tu dharmatah lokanam swastaye dhyaste tapo badarikashrame. How Lord has come. How Lord has come. Lord has come now in his form. Which form? One Amsha form. His Amsha is Nara. Lord has appeared as Nara in Badrikashram. He is the son of Dharma. From Dharma Maharaj. He is the son of Dharma Maharaj. And he has appeared through the daughter of Daksha Maharaj. So Lord in his partial manifestation Nara, he has appeared for the benefit of everyone. Lokanam swastaye. Swastaye means for the benefit of everyone. Lord has appeared. Setave, swastave. See, setave. Setave in the previous verse was there. Dharma setave, protecting the religious principles. Now here what is given? Dharmaha lokanam swastaye, for the benefit of everyone. So for the benefit of everyone, he has come. That is, Nara has come. You have Naranarayan in Badrikashram, Naranarayan, Rishi, Naranarayan. Nara is also appeared and Narayana also is there. Both are doing austerities. Both are doing tapasya. Tapaha Badrikashrame, in the place of Badrikashrama. Adhyaste. Adhyaste means they are executing. And why they are doing this tapasya? For the benefit of everyone. He is still engaged, still they are doing tapasya. Naranarayana Rishi are still present in Badrikashrama. And they are engaged in executing great tapasyas near the place known as Badrikashrama. So Lord Narayana, along with his partial manifestation Nara, appeared in this world through the daughter of Daksha Maharaj, known as Murti. He was begotten by Dharma Maharaj for the benefit of all living entities. So in this way, Lord himself appears to propagate Dharma. And Lord not only comes alone, he comes along with his Amsha. He manifests along with his partial manifestation, that is Nara. Lord Narayana and Nara, both have appeared. The same Lord Narayana and Nara are Krishna and Arjuna. So in this way they appear to teach what is Dharma. Dharma moolam hi Bhagavan sarvam veda mayo hari smrutam cha tadvidam rajneya chatma prasidati. Dharma moolam hi Bhagavan. Dharma moolam. Who is the moola? Who is the root of all the dharma? It is Krishna himself. The root of all the religious principles. The root. The root means from where the tree grows. The plant grows. That is known as root. So from where this dharma came into existence, that is from the Supreme Personality of God. Dharma moolam hi Bhagavan. From Lord dharma appears. If a particular dharma makes a person forget Krishna, then what is the use of that dharma? There are so many Kaitava dharma where they follow many rules and regulations, many regulative principles, but what is the use of following the rules and regulations if a person is forgetting, or the dharma is making a person forget Krishna, who is the root of all the dharma? That is what is Kaitava dharma. Kaitava dharma makes a person forget Krishna. Dharma moolam hi Bhagavan, because he is the moola, he is the root. Sarva Vedamayo Hari. Sarva Vedamaya. And who is Lord? Lord is the essence of all the Vedic knowledge. So if a person is expert in the Vedic mantras, Mantra Tantra Visharadaha, he is very expert. Mantra Tantra Visharada, but Avaishnavaha. He has not accepted Supreme Personality of Godhead. He doesn't know who is God. What is the use of studying Vedas then? Sarva Vedamayaha, because Lord is the essence of all the Vedic knowledge. Harihi. So Lord is Hari, the Supreme Being, Hari, who is present in everybody. And he has a wonderful form. He is Bhagavan. He is present as Paramatma. He is present as Brahman. So there are three features of Lord. Smritam cha Smritam. That is scriptures. Tat Vidam. of those who know the Supreme Lord, Rajan, O King, yena, by which, this religious principle, cha, and Atma, the soul, mind and body and everything, prasidati, become fully satisfied. So, the Supreme Being, the personality of Godhead, is the essence of all Vedic knowledge, the root of all religious principles, and the memory of great authorities. O King Yudhishthir, this principle of religion is to be understood as evidence. On the basis of this religious principle, everything is satisfied, including one's mind, soul, and even one's body. Prasidati. Prasidati means satisfied. So, if a person follows the Vedic principles, understanding that the root of all the principle is Krishna himself, Hari, then he will be satisfied. His soul is satisfied, he is satisfied, his mind is satisfied, his body is satisfied. Everything is satisfied. So in the Purport, Prabhupada writes, what is actually dharma? Which dharma Krishna has told to propagate? Dharmastu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. As stated by Yamaraj, dharmastu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Yamaraj, the representative of the Lord who takes care of the living entities after their death, gives his verdict as to how and when the living entity will change his body. He is authority, and he says that religious principles consist of the codes and laws given by God. No one can manufacture religion, and therefore manufactured religious systems are rejected by the followers of the Vedic principles. In Bhagavad Gita 15.15, Lord says, Vedeshta sarver ahamevya vedyo. Vedic knowledge means to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Therefore, whether one speaks of the Vedas, scriptures, religion, or the principles of everyone's occupational duty, all of them must aim at understanding Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srimad Bhagavatam therefore concludes, Savai pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radoshaje. Ahaytuki apratiyata yayatma suprasidati. In other words, religious principles aim at learning how to render transcendental loving service to the Lord. This service must be unmotivated, unchecked by material conditions. Then human society will be happy in all respects. The Smriti, the scriptures following the principles of Vedic knowledge, are considered the evidence of Vedic principles. There are 20 different types of scriptures for following religious principles. And among them, the scripture of Manu and Yajnavalkya are considered to be all-pervading authorities. In the Yajnavalkya Smriti, it is said, Shruti Smriti Sadachara, Swasya cha Priyam Atmanah, Samyak Sankalpa cha Kamo, Dharma Moolam, Idam Smritam. One should learn human behavior from Shruti, the Vedas, and from Smriti, the scriptures following the Vedic principles. Srila Rupa Goswami, in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu says, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatrika Vidhi Vina Ekantika Harer Bhakti Utpate Bhi Kevala. The purport is that to become a devotee, one must follow the principles laid down in Shruti and Smriti. One must follow the codes of the Puranas and the Pancharatra Vidhi. One cannot be pure devotee without following the Shruti and Smriti, and the Shruti and Smriti without devotional service cannot lead one to the perfection of life. Therefore, from all the evidence, the conclusion is that without bhakti, devotional service, there is no question of religious principles. God is a central figure in the performance of religious principles. Almost everything going on in this world as religion is devoid of any idea of devotional service and is therefore condemned by the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam. Without devotional service, so-called religious principles are only cheating. Kaitava Dharma. How Srila Prabhupada has very nicely explained about what is Dharma. So taking the quotation from Srimad Bhagavatam, Prabhupada says, Savai pumsam paro dharma. What is a real duty? What is real dharma of a human? Savai pumsam paro dharma. Paro means what is the highest dharma. Everybody is engaged into doing some or the other activity. But what is the real activity? Because dharma means the thing which cannot be separated from an object. The intrinsic quality of an object is known as dharma. So the intrinsic quality of the soul, what is the intrinsic quality of the soul? To serve. Jivera swarupa hoy Krishnera nityadas. That is our swarupa. So that is our dharma. Generally there is a confusion. What is the meaning of dharma? Dharma means what cannot be removed from an object. Like dharma of the fire is to burn. The dharma of the fire is to produce heat and light. So that dharma of the fire is unchangeable in any of the circumstances. Fire means it will give heat and light. So that can be in any part of the world, it doesn't matter. In the same way, dharma of the soul is to serve. Now, whom to serve? That has to be understood. That is why we have Shruti, Smruti, Purana, Pancharatrika, which teaches us whom to serve. Because the dharma of the soul, the intrinsic quality of the soul is to serve. That is why we need Guru Shishya Parampara to teach us whom to serve. Because we are all eager to serve somebody or the other. We cannot remain without serving anyone. But how to serve, whom to serve, what platform to serve. So service should be done on a spiritual platform or on a material platform. Because spiritual platform gives us bliss. Material platform only produces more and anxiety. So what is the dharma which has to be followed? So savai pumsam paro dharmo. Which dharma? Paro dharmo. Which is transcendental dharma. That means which is always existing. It is not just been caught because you are born in this particular type of body. Sanatan dharma. Here paro dharma refers to Sanatan dharma. From the Adi Kal, it is coming along with us. So, as much as Lord is Sanatana, Jiva is also Sanatana. Relationship between Jiva and the soul, Jiva and God, the soul and God is also Sanatana, eternal. So, Paro refers to eternal, Paro refers to transcendental, Paro refers to Sanatana. So, Savai Pumsam Paro Dharma. Yato Bhaktir. And what is that dharma? Bhaktir Adhokshaje. Adhokshaje means Lord who is beyond this matter, beyond material senses. But see how what mercy of Lord. He allows a jiva to serve with the material senses. That is the mercy of Lord. Lord is beyond matter. Lord Adhokshaje. Lord is beyond this material senses. But Lord allows the jiva who has been entangled in this material body to use the material body in Krishna's service. And that is how Bhakti Radhokshaje. So Bhakti is Parodharma. Serving Lord is Parodharma. What is the meaning of Bhakti? Devotional service. Bhakti is not just devotion. Bhakti means devotional service. Loving devotional service. If you serve, that means you love that person. Or in other words, if you love a person, then you serve that person. So it is loving devotional service that is known as Bhakti. To whom? To Adhokshaja. The Lord who is beyond the material senses. Ahetuki apratihata. Ahetuki. Without any motives. Generally this Mishran comes. Bhakti Mishrita Karma, Karma Mishrita Bhakti. But there should be no motives. You mix karma with a bhakti or bhakti with karma. Don't mix anything. This all mixing actually does not give that satisfaction to the soul. Because the soul is eternally associated with Lord. Eternally is an amsha of Lord. So there is eternal relationship of the soul with Krishna. Because we mix so many things, this mixture actually does not give us that satisfaction. Like karma mishrit bhakti or bhakti mishrit karma, they are not giving us satisfaction. Jnana mishrit bhakti, bhakti mishrit jnana. Somewhere you give priority to bhakti, somewhere you give priority to karma, somewhere you give priority to again bhakti, or somewhere you give priority to jnana. But all this mishrana, this mixing is not satisfying the soul. That is why ahaituki. Don't have any hetu. There should be no motives. So unmotivated, apratihata. Unmotivated, uninterrupted. There should not be any deviation or interruption. Oh, today something is there in my house. Today I will not do some chanting. And tomorrow also I cannot do. Tomorrow there is a function in my house. So in this way, some or the other excuse should not be given. Bhakti begins with Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada, Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasam, Sakyam, Atma, Nivedanam. Chanting, hearing and chanting. That is how the whole 9 process of devotion service begins with. So that is how ahaituki apratihata. There should not be any there should not be any motives, and there should not be any interruption also, and that is what is going to satisfy the soul. Yayatma suprasidati. So now, how to learn bhakti? Bhakti cannot be, it's not a manufactured, man-made some principles. It is already given in Shruti, Smruti, Purana, Pancharatrika. So that is why we have to follow Pancharatrika Vidhi, Smruti, Smruti, then Shruti, Smruti, and it has to be learnt by our Acharya, from our Acharyas. Following Guru Shishya Parampara is very much important, because Bhagavad Gita contains all the instructions, but how to understand those instructions? Until and unless we follow the Guru Shishya Parampara, we can never understand the instructions on our own. That is why here Guru Shishya Parampara is very much important, because how to understand each and every instructions of Krishna. Krishna says, Vedeshta sarve rahamevya vedyo vedanta krudved videvachaham. Through the Vedas I have to be understood. I am the source of all the Vedas. Veda means knowledge, and the essence of Veda is to understand Krishna. So the essence of Vedas is Bhagavad Gita, that is instructions of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam are non-different from Krishna. But then how to add, how to understand, how to understand those instructions in our life without taking the shelter of our acharyas. Impossible to understand those instructions. Though these instructions are the most important principles of religion, because we say religious principles. From where, what is these religious principles? These instructions are the religious principles. Lord has already given what to do and what not to do. That is Sanatana Dharma. Lord is Sanatana, Lord's instructions are also Sanatana. So these religious principles are actually nothing but the instructions of Krishna. But they have to be understood from a proper authority. That is why, with our own mental concoction, there will be only utpate vahi kevalam. Ekantika harer bhakti utpate vahi kevalam. If a person tries to do alone a bhakti, what will happen? Alone, if he tries to understand Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, many times it so happens people say, oh, we are reading Bhagavatam, we are studying Bhagavad Gita, but without taking shelter of our acharyas, because acharyas, you see how nice, wonderful commentary they are writing, purports on the verses. Without taking the help of the acharyas, purports, we can never understand the verses properly. Now, Dharma Moolam hi Bhagavan, that Dharma Moolam hi Bhagavan. Just see, just one line, Dharma Moolam hi Bhagavan. Sarva Veda Mayo Hari. Immediately Srila Prabhupada quotes from Vedeshcha Sarve Rahamevya Vedyo. That is how Srila Prabhupada, our acharyas, what they do, they link, they teach us that see, the same instruction is given in Bhagavad Gita. So that is why the essence of the Vedas is Krishna. And to understand Krishna, we cannot do it with our own endeavor. We have to take the shelter of our acharyas. And here it is very nicely given. Shruti, Smruti, Sada Achara. We have to, the behavior of a human, when you say a human body means the most responsible body. And this responsible body, what are the responsible activities which we have to do? That has to be learned from Shruti, Vedas. And from Smriti. These are the scriptures following the Vedic principles. So Vedas come from Krishna. Vedas come from the breath of Lord. It said Vedas are nothing but the breath of Lord. These principles are set so that as a human body, why we are having this human body, what are the duties of this human body? It's the most responsible body. Though anyhow everything is going to be perished, this body is also going to be perished. But when we are having this human body, we have got an opportunity to know Krishna. That's a wonderful opportunity a person has got having this human body. What is the purpose of human body? So that we can understand who is God. In other bodies, we cannot understand who is God. Though Jivatma is present in every body. It's only in human body one can at least realize that I am Jiva, I am servant of Krishna. And if we don't realize that, and if we don't utilize our human body to understand that I am servant of Krishna, then we are actually Kripana. Karpanya dosho pahatasvabhava. In that verse, the second chapter, 7th verse, Srila Prabhupada writes in the purpose, who is a Kripana? Kripana means, Yova etad aksharam gargi aviditva lokat praiti sa Kripana. A person who has just wasted his time, wasted his human body. in just eating, mating, sleeping, defending, like a cat and a dog philosophy, like a cattish and the doggish mentality. Cat thinks I am alone, dog thinks this is mine. So aham mama iti ajnanam. Aham, I, mama, mine. Cat thinks I am alone. I'm just, if I close my eyes, nobody is seeing me. And the dog thinks this is my property. So in this way, cattish and doggish philosophy is known as kripanaha buddhi. So why to waste our human life in just eating, mating, sleeping, defending? Even animals do that. So this human body is a right opportunity for self-realization. And self-realization is nothing but to understand Sanatana Dharma. And Sanatana Dharma is nothing but the root of all the Vedas. And what is the root of all the Vedas? Is to understand Krishna. So you just see how the whole thing is connected to Krishna. Our existence is connected to Krishna. Without Krishna, what is our existence? So without Lord, whatever codes, rules and regulations a human may make, godless society, godless civilization, is just a waste of time. Just giving anxiety to everyone. So in this way, it is not dharma which causes fight. It is misunderstanding of what is dharma. We don't understand dharma, then based on dharma there is always a fight in the community. But if we really understand what is dharma, then dharmastu sakshat bhagavat praditam. Dharma moolam hi bhagavan. Sarvamedamayo hari. So this first line is so important. Dharma moolam. Moolam means the root of all the dharma is Krishna. Sarvavedamayo hari. So Sarvavedamayo hari. So the essence of all the Vedic scriptures is to understand Krishna. And if a person does that, smritam cha tad vidam rajan yena chatma prasidati. If a person does this, then he can be satisfied. Dissatisfaction in the society is because this is not understood. What is the purpose of dharma? Just to fight? That we are Hindus, just fight. Or we are Muslims, fight. Just be proud of, oh, garva se ko hum Hindu hai. But what is the use of saying garva se ko Hindu hai if we are not reading Bhagavad Gita properly? How many Hindus are studying really Bhagavad Gita? And Hindu word is not there in the whole of Vedic literature. Then where is the question of garva se kaho hum Hindu hai? Where is the question of talking like this? So all these things are nothing but man-made principles. And these man-made principles just lead to fight. Instead of that, follow Sanatana Dharma, which is common for everyone. And Sanatana Dharma says, Sarva Vedo Mayo Hari. Just worship Krishna. Vedesha Sarve Rahamebhya Vedyaha. God is one. God is one. He attracts everyone, that is why he is Krishna. Krishera Bhuvachaka Shabdaha Nashcha Nivritti Vachaka Tayorekyam Param Brahma Krishna Vidiyate. One who attracts everybody by his wonderful qualities, he is Krishna. One who is attracted to Krishna automatically, Nashcha Nivritti Vachaka. There is distaste in all the material things. So Lord is a person. Lord has a wonderful personal form. He is three-bended. He has a flute in the hand. So in this way, Lord is a person. Lord likes to be a cowherd boy. Lord tends the cows. This is all given. Even Bible speaks about this. Bible speaks about the cow. There are some quotations even in the Quran also. People don't read the things properly. Srila Prabhupada has given a book, Al-Quran. Srila Prabhupada also has said Krishna consciousness and Christianity. Prabhupada has written about Al-Quran. So in all the scriptures, Lord has been mentioned in a wonderful way. But people don't understand and they fight on the basis of so-called man-made dharmas. God is one. Every scripture speaks about it. God is one. To know the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one has to take shelter of the spiritual master. So that is how Vedic knowledge means to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then in the next 8 to 12 verses, 8 verse to 12 verse, there are 5 verses in this. What are the qualities which has been focused when we say we are following dharma? What are those qualities one should speak truth, one should perform austerities, one should be clean. So all those things, one should be tolerant. All those things are very nicely described in 8th verse to 12th verse. Even in the 13th chapter, if you see, in the 13th chapter Bhagavad Gita, 8 to 12, there also what are the qualities which are required or which are expected to have in a human body. Like if you are a human, then naturally you should be clean. If you are a human, you should speak truth. You should perform austerity. If you are an animal, then unrestricted sense enjoyment. So if a human leads his life in unrestricted sense enjoyment, he is no less than an animal. In fact, degraded than an animal also. At least an animal is doing its whatever is required in its body, it is doing. But we being in a human body, and if we behave like an animal, then we are more degraded than even an animal. So what are the qualities which are expected from a human body? Hare Krishna. So we are here, we'll stop.